Welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is Kodeations coming at you today with another video. As always, I'm coming at you today to give some more insight about some questions that I have received when it comes to the guild in the game. I did a guild guide already at the very beginning when I started messing around with some YouTube stuff and playing some of the guild stuff, just kind of getting fresh into the guilds. So I'm still getting a lot of questions about where to spend your guild tokens and exactly when we say spend them in the alchemy section, for instance, and not the guild shop. I'm still getting a lot of questions. So today we're going to review the we're going to review the academy section of the guild tab, and we are hopefully going to shine some light on what exactly you should be spending it on in here. Alrighty, first things first, as you see, you are bombarded with a bunch of, I want to say buffs or stats or whatever that you have that are on your screen once you click on the guild tab and you come over to the academy. So as I mentioned before we even get into this, as I mentioned before, you do not... When you get these guild medals, right, you get these from checking in every day. You get these from doing some guild raid stuff and ranking. You get these from doing your mine quest every single day. You get these from guild wars. No matter what it is, whatever you're doing and wherever you're getting them and however you're getting them, you do not want to spend them in the guild shop. Okay, this is a big mistake. This is a I'm going to say this is probably one of the biggest catches in the game, right? Or the gotchas in this game is getting these guild medals and then coming in here to the shop, seeing these 5-star heroes and saying, oh, wait, I really need this 5-star hero, or I could use this duplicate, or vice versa. However, it is not recommended to do so. And why is that? Well, it's because when you go to the academy section and you look in here and you're bombarded with all of these little things that pop up on the screen, these are additional buffs for specific classes. So you have warriors, you've got your mages, you've got your priests, you got your rangers, you got your assassins, right? Now, in order to unlock each one of these stages, you have to spend gold and you have to spend the guild medals here. Each one of these little stages has a different buff or a different substat or whatever that it can boost for any hero in that tree, right? So in that class, I guess is what I'm probably going to use the term. So taking a look at this warrior, for instance, the first one, as you can see here, is increases the HP percentage for your warriors. This is going to stack on top of your raw stats in the hero tab. So don't get that confused. It's actually additional. So you're going to get the HP, warriors, for instance, warrior attack, percent, armor, resistance, action point, speed, yada, 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 right? You get the point. So what do you do, right? Where should you be spending it? Well, in my opinion, I have been spending it, and I've spoke to several different people in this game so far, and a lot of people are recommending on your damage dealers. So do not waste your points on warriors, and do not waste your points on priest. Please do not waste your points on priest. And I say that with all respect because the last video that I just put out about priest, you do not... they're worthless in the game right now at this very point, besides two of them, and one of them is super hard to get because it's a heaven hero, and the other one is a good heals, but it's not going to be game changing to buff that healer, so to speak. Okay, so steer clear from the warrior tab and the priest tab and stick to your mage, your ranger, or your assassin, right? So if you were going to ask me and look at what I have pumped into, I have pumped into the mages section and the assassin, and the reason why I did that is because my team for damage dealers are 2 mages and 2 assassins. Okay, so I think, well, hold on, let me just double check on that. Let me make sure that that's where we are at. Let's see. No, okay, so I totally lied. So I have 1 assassin currently, I have 2 rangers, and I have 2 mages is what I have on my current comp, right? So that is why I have pumped into the right here. That's why I have pumped heavy into the mage tree. As you can see, I've got 10 here, and by the way, as a side tip, you have to pump 10 into the first one in order to unlock the next one, and that goes for all of them. You have to pump at least 10 in order to go on to the next stat. And as you can see here, some of the stats have additional amounts that you can pump in to get additional percentages, you know, in percentage increase. Okay, so with that in mind, taking a look at this, this is the reason why I punched into mages, right? Is because my team is 2 mages, 2 rangers now. It wasn't 2 rangers before; it was 2 assassins. But I've got 2 rangers, I've got 2 mages, I've got one warrior, and I've got the assassin, phantom assassin, right? So with that being the case, I have pumped into the mage tree really heavy, and I have lightly, in my opinion, pumped into the assassin tree, and that is just because she is my main or my best or my highest damage dealer that I have on my team. So therefore, that's why it is crucial to pump into these 2. I recommend these 2 classes or these 2 trees only or specifically. The ranger class you could also pump into if your team is heavy on rangers, but most time people are only going to have 2 rangers on their team. And your mages, I believe, between your mages and your assassins, I believe are your 2 highest damage dealers in the game. If I go to your phantom assassin here, so her base attack is 43,000, and then if we go to, let's go to another person here, let's see what yeah, so 45. Yeah, so I'm going to say, I guess on screen right now, I'm going to say that the mage and the assassins are going to be the 2 top damage dealers in the game as far as, you know, glass cannons and as, you know, single target damage dealers. So with that being the case, that's why I recommend pumping into those 2. If you are range heavy and you've got some good 5-star range units, then feel free to pump into the range tree, but I would steer clear from the warrior and the priest trees if at all possible, just to make sure or to make it easier on yourselves to not waste materials. If you do happen to find yourself watching this video after you have pumped into a lot, for instance, I might just go ahead and do this to give you guys an example. Yeah, so if you've already went ahead and pumped into a lot of these into, let's say, the warrior class or the priest class because you were unsure or didn't know, do not fret. You get 1 free wipe. And so what that is, if you click on the button up here to the right, and it says resetting the technologies of the current class needs a certain amount of diamonds. After the reset, previously consumed guild medals and coins will be returned. Your first reset is free. Okay, so I have not had to redo any resets, but your first reset is going to be free. So clicking this button, it will automatically reset it. If I was to click it again after pumping more points into it, it would then pop up and say it's going to require diamonds. And I'm not sure 100%, but I think it is around 200 diamonds, I believe, is what it is in order to do the reset. And I don't want to waste mine, you know, of course, because, you know, you never know with games like this coming out with new heroes and abilities and which trees you need to pump into. But that is going to be it, guys, for this guide. I hope that clears up some of the academy and where to spend your guild medals and where not to spend your guild medals. Remember, do not buy stuff from this guild shop. It is a waste of money. Is going to be a waste of your guild medals, and it's going to take you longer in order to progress in your academy tree to give you the buffs that you actually would utilize and need if you're spending guild medals in the guild shop. If you have already done that, do not fret. But that's going to be it for me, guys. I hope you guys have picked something up and learned something. Like I said, maybe that shines some more light on the academy for the guild. If you have any additional questions, please be sure to comment down below and let me know, or hit me up on Discord and Facebook, whatever works best for you. I'm on all the platforms that the game is on. So thank you very much for supporting the channel. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop a video. I'm going to see you guys on the next one.